I want to ask you about censorship because in 2020, Governor, I was in this studio on April 6th of 2020 having a conversation in this suit with someone right here in my studio. And it was live streamed on YouTube, and we were the second largest live stream in the world. We had 65,000 concurrent people watching us. The highest live stream was Trump that night doing his coronavirus briefing from the White House. And we spoke for 3 hours, and my guest asked questions about lockdown, pandemics, PCR tests, masks, where the virus came from. And 30 minutes later, by the way, that episode would have been the most watched podcast in human history. It would have been gone to be 40 million times based on extrapolating those numbers. 30 minutes later, that video was deleted and banned on YouTube. First time it happened in 9 years I've been doing this. And first time I ever got censored, Governor. And I thought the weirdos got censored. All the weirdos are the ones that get censored until it happens to you. And we had a battle for 3 months and continue to battle with these companies trying to take our content down.
So let me ask you, Frank, did you look in the mirror and assess whether you're a weirdo or not?
It's Brian, by the way. And yeah, I asked, I'm from America. And so I had a visceral, angry reaction to that, Governor.
Yeah.
You know? I guess I am a weirdo. I thought, I'm sitting in the studio with a 65-year-old man who lives on an Isle of Wight in a one-bedroom house. We weren't trying to overthrow governments, incite violence, anything. He was just asking some interesting questions. At the same time, Governor, there were a bunch of people on YouTube with theories that the earth is flat, and their videos were allowed to stay. And again, it's none of my business if you think the earth is flat. Then why can't these other people have these ideas? So I got a real crash course, maybe Bud style, into what the technology companies are doing, what media is doing, and this strange co-opted area of pharma, tech, government.
You want to hear my story on it?
Yes.
Come to the United States and try to get a copy of Conspiracy Theory. You can't.
Your book?
No, it's been erased. Mancow, who's one of the biggest disc jockeys in Chicago, he had all the conspiracy theories on his computer, whatever he had at home. He came home one day and they were all erased, wiped clean. He went ballistic over the air. They took my conspiracy. You in Britain now, or where you're at, you can still get conspiracy theory. You can find it. United States right now, you cannot. And get this, that was a highly rated show. It's the only show I know of that there has never been reruns ever shown of it. They do that with every show. If any show gets ratings, right, they always show reruns. Hell, you watch now, Andy Griffith, they show the same episodes every week for 5 years now of a show that was on 35 years ago.
When did you become the weirdo when it comes to that? You always were fascinated with the JFK situation. You had your own show, Conspiracy Theory. But when did you start becoming the guy that was the weirdo, the guy that got censored?
Well, probably I would say with JFK here in America. If you come out and you don't back Lee Harvey Oswald killing John Kennedy, excuse my French, but shit's going to happen to you.
Still, to this day?
Oh, God, yes.
Wow.
Oh, yes. Look what happened to me with that whole Chris Kyle thing.
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing
that. Was the biggest setup there ever was. That was to destroy me, to destroy my credibility. I went to court. The judge found and the jury found in my favor that he lied. It never happened. And then the Court of Appeals took it away from me. 3 judges who never even heard a word of the trial took it away.
So they were trying to character assassinate you.
Yeah.
To quiet down other views.
And the only way they could do it was to find another Navy SEAL who was equal to me, apparently, to kill my credibility. The whole thing never happened. And imagine how overwhelming the evidence was when you got the guy who wrote the book tragically died. So you got a dead war hero. His wife is the widow's in court. He brings in 6 of his guys in uniform to testify on his behalf. And yet the jury still found for me. How overwhelming must that evidence have been for the jury to do that?
Wow. And there was allegations that you had gotten to fight with them or something like that, and then
Yeah, that I was out in Coronado at McPee's, the team bar out there, and that I said derogatory things about the SEALs. I'm one of them. I was out for a graduation ceremony of class 258. I'm class 58. That's a tradition. I was out there for my bicentennial class graduation. And then he said I said horrible things. And at first he said he decked me and knocked me out. Well, then he had to change the story because he realized he just assaulted a former governor and he could go to jail. So then he changed the story saying I swung first and he was defending himself. I can assure you, as a former pro wrestler for 15 years, I have never swung and hit anyone in a bar. Why would you? You're going to get sued. You're going to lose all your money, everything, because they're going to nail your ass. You have self-discipline. I've never hit anybody in a bar, ever. Well, not in the United States, I'll say that. I hit a few overseas, but not here.
I want to actually...
See, I'm honest.
I appreciate that. I want to ask a little bit about the wrestling, but I want to finish this topic first. So you're saying that if you delve in these conspiracy theories, if you talk about things that still mainstream everything doesn't want you to talk about, you're going to get pushback in all ways, shapes, and forms.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I would tell you this. I think doing conspiracy theory was more detrimental to me than even beating the Democrats and Republicans in the election.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because, well, I didn't even remember this part. I don't know if you know General Stubblebine,
no,
but he's a character in the intel of American history, and we interviewed him. And he had a woman with him from South America. He came up from South America, and a guy played for this to me over the internet. I didn't even remember it. And this was in 2014. And the woman, we interviewed her, she stated that in 2020 there was going to be an epidemic and there would be mandatory vaccines would be required. And she said this in 2014. It had nothing to do with the topic we were discussing, and we all found it really bizarre, but we left it in the show simply because it was so bizarre. And now it turns out everything she said was exactly true. How did she know that?
How did she, Governor?
I don't know. And the guy played it to me, and I listened to it again. And he said, this was on your show in 2014. I haven't. He said, Governor, you want to hear it? I said, yeah, because I was doing a show that I do with my son and with live callers, and the guy played it back. It was amazing. I got kind of a chill over it.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people.
and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?